It's Montana Tony. We have this 300 Blackout in front of me. As you can see, she is clear. Before we go any further, I just want to let you know that I appreciate everybody who take the time to comment, to view, to like, to dislike, to hate, whatever, man. It all adds up. Just want to appreciate y'all all. I try my best to comment back and reply back to everybody who's taking the time to give me that energy. I will promise to return it to you tenfold. Do you get what I'm saying? Anyways, we're here today with my 300 Blackout build. It is a 4.75 inch compact PDW ideal purposed build out. I do have a few parts that y'all would label as Amazon parts, including my Sightmark Ultra Shot M Spec and also this light as well, which is just a dual. Yeah, y'all like that, right? Just a little dual light that I had also picked up as well. Like I said, for function, I just want to flood a lot of light really quick into a small area, a lot of lumens, not a lot of candela, right? Or candela, my bad, whatever. Anyways, caterpillar, whatever. So as you can see, I have this build in front of me. I really like it, even in this really kind of base state. I have a Tonyy trigger. We got a Bear Creek upper, side charging upper, but just to take away from what a lot of people know about this, it does actually have a cap right here to stop the gas from coming out. But if you do take out this cap, you can put an ambidextrous charger here as well. Gwick wanted to get some love, y'all, because she just failed from her little post, so we're just gonna point her out real quick. So anyways, I want to get real quick into why you should build your AR-15. First thing first, just customization. I understand that buying a pre-built AR-15 does not necessarily end all customization options, but it can limit your customization options more than you yourself limiting. What I mean by that is that the company, the manufacturer that you bought your pre-built tool from will limit your customization capabilities versus you limiting it your own self. So, I'm all about, freedom of mind, freedom of, whatever. So do what you like, but I don't want to spend a lot of money on something and I can't customize it to be my own. I love to make everything personalized to me. I understand that that does not necessarily mean, changing major components like handguards and, stocks or brace. But, you can customize something that's pre-built just by adding optics or foregrips, hand grips, whatever, just by whatever magazines you use or the type of ammunition you use. Of course, you can take those and you can break those down part for part as you go along and determine what may better function for you. But I do just want to point out that customization is a big factor when it comes to building out your AR-15. Cost control is the second thing that I want to bring up. Cost control, yeah. Building an AR-15 can get very costly, but you can save a lot. It really depends on when and where, what time, especially holidays and stuff when you're buying parts. Man, these parts are very cheap. And it's a thing about them being very cheap because when you build your AR-15, I don't care what anybody says, versus a pre-built AR-15. Most pre-built AR-15, even from your most favorite manufacturers, they will indeed also, from my understanding, sell you stock or base level parts, as in you may not get the most premium parts that you would get from just a barrel manufacturer versus getting a fully built out version of an AR-15 from Daniel Defense, for example. There's nothing against Daniel Defense or SIG or any of them. They make awesome, glorious weapons, especially Daniel Defense. I rep everything Georgia. Shout out to Daniel Defense. Do I own a Daniel Defense? No. Would I buy a Daniel Defense? Probably not. Why? Because I know that I can build one better for the same price. Do you get where I'm going with this? So, cost control. You're doing more than just saving money. You're also placing the money and your investment into areas that can better help you, or just placing it to where you want. It is not even about function at this point. It's just the fact that, hey, you can build a purpose-built AR-15, and it can be for just having fun. It can be for personal defense. It can be for, you know, shit hit the fan or wherever else anybody else want to go with. I actually got some of my lovely people from Amazon right now delivering some packages. So let me check up with them. My bad, y'all. I just had a package come, and it was very important for one of the next videos that I want to make for you all. Okay, back into it, man. My third reason for building your AR-15 is the learning experience, man. Just understanding the fundamentals of how a system like this operates. You can easily, I want to add to you, you can easily pretty much just, my bad, I just got a super thanks, my very first super thanks from Kits Guns and Gear. I just saw that, man. It's 5:09 p.m. Hey, I appreciate you, boss. I don't even know what it was for, man, but that's the first one. You know, that's all love. Kits Guns and Gear, man. I'm gonna point him out. Y'all make sure to check him out as well, man. I really appreciate that, man. I actually just got my partnership with YouTube. I try to take things serious, and I actually clicked the button to get my partnership. And it took a few weeks for it to actually initiate, and I wish I would have did it sooner and would have took this a whole lot sooner, a whole lot serious sooner. But yeah, anyways, man, I just be talking shit to y'all, man, sometimes. So don't get mad at me if I talk shit to y'all, man. I don't want y'all to be like vengeful or nothing or try to come after me, man, because you're going to end up coming to the hood and it's not going to be the best outcome that you thought it was going to be. Anyway, so look, man. Hey, Kits Guns and Gear, shout out to him one more time, man. The learning experience, man, just learning how this operates, you understand certain fundamentals. For example, you understand that when you shoot this, the back pressure of that shell being in there, the gas is going through, it has to come up through the gas tube, it has to come back, and that causes it to push the BCG back, and it causes it to cycle. And when it cycles, not only does it ejects the round, but it also loads a new round, right? So having the fundamental and knowledge of, hey, I got to build it like this. I got to make sure that this gas block is tuned a certain way. I have to make sure that it's in the right location. I have to make sure that it's the exact open size. They have a drill size for gas blocks depending on your barrels, what barrel you use and everything. 0.75 is pretty much around the board, 0.750 to be exact. But things I just want to point out like that, man. You understand that if you did have a failure to feed, it could be that you did not get enough gas going through, and that you may need to change your gas system, or you may need to open it up or close it or whatever. Maybe it's too volatile, and maybe it's jamming because it's loading double round, it's double feeding and things like that. A lot of those issues come into with the gas system. It comes with the actual ejector on the BCG. You understand that the BCG consists of a carrier and an actual it's a carrier in a boat, if I'm not mistaken. It's a carrier and something else. But regardless of which, I really just want to point out that the learning experience itself is really going to help you further down the line with operating an AR-15. Beyond that, you really set the bar for how far you can upgrade it. That does tie into customization. And this is the fourth thing that I really want to point out, is that it becomes extremely upgradable. I don't want to say extremely, but it does become upgradable to your needs. As in, you can build out something that is future proof before you even, get to the point of building it. And that's mostly due to research and things of that nature to help you out with that. But it is very, very pliable in this case of building an AR-15. You do exceed the standard levels of customization versus those who buy something pre-built. For example, I can fully buy parts to recreate the functions and the similarities, the aesthetics and everything of a SIG Rattler without it being the same piston system and everything as a SIG Rattler. It can still be in the standard AR-15 format platform. This means that I don't have a heightened, I don't have a heightened upper, and I don't have a higher barrel as well, or bigger, wider barrel. I can keep my barrel slim. I can keep my operations tight. I can keep it more narrow, things of that nature. So I just want to point that out. Long run, I feel like you will be highly satisfied with going this route. It'll just pretty much allow you to personalize your AR-15 for you. And I think that's the ultimate goal, is having something like this, because like I said, it is a tool, and to have one personalized to you can not only help with your input, but also your output through this platform. So it'll help with any knowledge that you've gained through your training, through, you know, any kind of grunt work or whatever you put out. You know, maybe you are in the military or you are, you know, serving the country somehow. Maybe you're a police officer or something. I don't know if y'all consider them country servers or whatever. Anyways, regardless of which, yeah, man, I really feel like you should build an AR-15. And these are key points, man. The only things that I do want to also let you know is that you end up getting into deep levels of customization. It can get crazy, man. And in all honesty, you just want to really make sure that you don't over function your weapon. Make sure that you keep the function slim and a platform that you can operate under distress. That's very important. I do want to point that out. If you are making your platform for a personal defense or, you know, real life use, heavy use, combat use and stuff like that. If it's for a competition, yeah, whatever, right? But if it's for something that you really got to use it for, just want to keep that in mind. Certain customization things that I want to point out is like being able to have side chargers instead of just a, you know, ambidextrous charger. Those things of that nature, I really enjoy throughout the whole process of building. And yeah, in all honesty, I have never purchased a pre-built AR. Therefore, my information may come off as one-sided or biased. So the best thing that we can do as a community is all put it into the pot and just hope we have a good dinner, you know. So let me know how you feel about buying versus buying pre-built and, you know, just building homemade. Besides that, appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell. Enjoy this AMSR of me just basically just going through a function check of Blocka, man. Stay tuned.